Welcome, modern day mystics, fellow truth seekers, James and Justin, back again with another reaction video. And someone had requested that we react to this Kurzgesagt video called The Egg, a short story, probably because we reacted to a few Kurzgesagt videos in the past. But this is at like the top of the charts as like one of their most watched videos.
What's Kurzgesagt again?
They do all the scientific explanation videos and stuff like that. I can't remember. The last one we did was like on NPCs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I think this has something to do. It's hot in here and the studios are hot. We're all sweating.
I was wearing like a blanket for a bunch of our other videos and man, was that a mistake.
Anyway, I think this video has something to do with death and reincarnation, so we'll take a look at it and give you our 2 cents.
You were on your way home when you died. It was a car accident. Nothing particularly remarkable, but fatal nonetheless. It was a painless death. The medics tried their best to save you, but to no avail. Your body was so utterly shattered, you were better off, trust me. And that's when you met me. What happened? Where am I? You died, I said, matter-of-factly. No point in mincing words. There was a truck, and it was skidding. Yes. I died. Yes. But don't feel bad about it. Everyone dies. You looked around. There was nothingness. Just you and me. What is this place? Is this the afterlife? More or less. Are you God? Yes, I'm God. My kids? My wife? What about them? Will they be all right? That's what I like to see, I said. You just died and your main concern is for your family. That's good stuff right there. You looked at me with fascination. To you, I didn't look like God. I just looked like some man or possibly a woman. Some vague authority figure, maybe. Don't worry, I said. They'll be fine. Your kids will remember you as perfect in every way. They didn't have time to grow contemptuous of you. Your wife will cry on the outside, but will be secretly relieved. To be fair, your marriage was falling apart. If it's any consolation, she'll feel very guilty for feeling relieved. Oh, so what happens now? Do I go to heaven or hell or something? Neither. You'll be reincarnated. Ah. So the Hindus were right. All religions are right in their own way. Walk with me. You followed along as we strode through the void. Where are we going? Nowhere in particular. It's just nice to walk while we talk. So, what's the point then?
What in the world?
A very gentle, I like the mellow music. It's creating an atmosphere of like calmness. Because I think a lot of people, there's a fear in death and they hope that it is like this, like something like this, where it's like there's this gentle integration after death of like, and here's, how it actually is. I think a lot of people are hoping that that's what it'll be like. I don't really know what it'll be like, but I think that's what the story is trying to portray. And it'll be interesting to see because he's asking about purpose right now. And there's a little bit of like a quick letting go here of like all the things that he was tied to in the past, and it's like that's going away and now you're moving into this phase.
Do you ever wish that you were an authority on the afterlife? Like do you ever wish that you had the answers
and knew? Yeah. I think there's sometimes I wish I had the answers to it. Yeah, but then if you think about it long enough, maybe you don't want the answers. Maybe there's a whole reason why we don't have these answers, which I think about too, is that like there's maybe a purpose for this not knowing thing. Maybe like in non-duality, if God knows everything, maybe God enjoys a break, pretending what it's like to not know things. It's so good to not know things, But I don't know.
Who knows?
When I get reborn, I'll just be a blank slate, right? A baby. So, all my experiences and everything I did in this life won't matter. Not so. You have within you all the knowledge and experiences of all your past lives. You just don't remember them right now. I stopped walking and took you by the shoulders. Your soul is more magnificent, beautiful, and gigantic than you can possibly imagine. A human mind can only contain a tiny fraction of what you are. It's like sticking your finger in a glass of water to see if it's hot or cold. You put a tiny part of yourself into the vessel, and when you bring it back out, you've gained all the experiences it had. You've been in a human for the last 48 years, so you haven't stretched out yet and felt the rest of your immense consciousness. If we hung out here for long enough, you'd start remembering everything. But there's no point to doing that between each life. How many times have I been reincarnated then? Oh, lots. Lots and lots. And into lots of different lives. This time around, you'll be a Chinese peasant girl in 540 AD. Wait, what? You're sending me back in time? Well, I guess technically, time as you know it only exists in your universe. Things are different where I come from. Where you come from? Oh, sure. I come from somewhere else. And there are others like me. I know you'll want to know what it's like there, but honestly, you wouldn't understand. Oh, you said, a little let down. But wait, if I get reincarnated to other places in time, I could have interacted with myself at some point. Sure, happens all the time. And with both lives only aware of their own lifespan, you don't even know it's happening. So, what's the point of it all? I looked you in the eye. The meaning of life, the reason I made this whole universe, is for you to mature. You mean mankind? You want us to mature? No, just you. I made this whole universe for you. With each new life, you grow and mature and become a larger and greater intellect. Just me? What about everyone else? There is no one else. In this universe, there's just you and me. You stared blankly at me. But all the people on Earth, all you, different incarnations of you. Wait, I'm everyone. Now you're getting it. I'm every human being who ever lived. Or who will ever live, yes. I'm Abraham Lincoln. And you're John Wilkes Booth too. I'm Hitler, you said, appalled. And you're the millions he killed. I'm Jesus. And you're everyone who followed him. You fell silent. Every time you victimized someone, you were victimizing yourself. Every act of kindness you've done to yourself. Every happy and sad moment ever experienced by any human was or will be experienced by you. You thought for a long time. Why? Why do all this? Because someday you will become like me. Because that's what you are. You're one of my kind. You're my child. Wow, you said incredulous. You mean I'm a god? No, not yet. You're a fetus. You're still growing. Once you've lived every human life throughout all time, you will have grown enough to be born. So the whole universe, it's just an egg, I answered. Now it's time for you to move on to your next life. And I sent you on your way.
great video. I guess I know why someone recommended it to us, right? It's interesting. It's like a good, I don't know, mind. What do you call that? Just to get your mind thinking.
I think it would be good, especially if somebody was facing a little bit of like after-death fear. You know what I mean? To watch something like this, just to this perspective. It's kind of a nice perspective.
Yeah.
You could even listen to it with just your headphones in, like set the phone aside, put headphones in and listen to the story and try to get a feel of it and do it as a meditation.
Yeah. Well, there's the exercise of being able to see everyone as yourself can really boost your empathy levels and the way make you more aware and conscious of how you deal with people in your day-to-day life, but not even just people, with your total environment, animals and the environment and everything. Because if it is even something like what was portrayed in this video here, what if it's all things? What if you come back as everything? You come back as every ant, every, cow, every animal. Like, think of like,
even the shift from looking at everything else as just something for you to take advantage of to an attitude of everything might be sacred is enough of a leap. When you're like, should I just squash this bug? Should I just trample through the world mindlessly? What if there's significance to everything?
Yeah.
What does that mean? You know what I mean? It's like it's just a
people are even looking at plants these days. They're like, I think they're sentient. Like, it will be interesting to see 1,000 years from now. Like, what if we develop technology where we're able to interpret the, what the winds are doing? Maybe the winds are being like, hello. Maybe the plants are being like, hi, don't eat me.
You know what I did recently? And it was that some wise person's suggestion, or at least this is how I interpret it. I was walking in nature and I was listening to the wind and I was trying to breathe in union with the wind. Like when the wind would blow and then it would subside, I tried to like line my breath up to it and listen to the sound of water hitting listen to the sound of the world around you, as opposed to the way my ego juddedly reacts and moves. And you know what I mean? What is flowing with nature? How can you get yourself in
that's very common.
Resonance with it.
A lot of awakening practices.
Some hippie stuff. Hippie stuff.
A lot of awakening practices talk about that. They're like, just like, get rid of all the thoughts. Just feel everything. Just start feeling everything.
What if you all of a sudden were compassionate to a tree? What if you went up to it and you acknowledged it? And you were tender to all the things around you? What would that do?
There's a guy online who hugs trees. I was going to see if you wanted to be on the show for an interview. He literally, part of his therapy is like, hug trees more. Hug them.
You're right.
And just feel them.
Yeah, they're not going to judge you. They're not going to lash out at you. They may, who knows? Probably so used to people cutting them down. Who knows what the effect that could have? Communicated among the kingdom of matter.
Yep. Well, anyway, I think we've gone off on a tangent on this one. Hopefully you liked our reaction to this video. If you did, please don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, share this with a friend, and everyone till next time, stay spiritual.